What's going on? Dylan Conrad, Metabolic Momma Secrets. Today I'm going to talk to you, all you mamas, about I almost quit. Before I get to that, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, turn notifications on. All helps the algorithm. If you're listening to this on Spotify, iTunes, same thing. Be great. Appreciate you. Love you. All that stuff. So I almost quit. What did I almost quit? I wanted to talk about this actually because I know that a lot of you moms listening, embark on a health journey and get to a point where you want to quit. And I am very empathetic to that, especially now because of what had happened. So I'm in a coaching program for motivational interviewing. So what motivational interviewing is, it's basically it's cognitive behavioral science. And if you've ever been to therapy, which I've been in a ton of therapy, it's basically how they they don't, if you notice how they talk to you, they don't ever give you answers. If you've been to therapy before, it's a line of questioning to get that person to an answer, to have them figure out their own solution. This is very, very popular in addiction treatment, because it's really powerful. Addiction, if you've had anyone in your family or friends, you know that is a bitch to overcome. That is so hard. So I know that the reason I gravitated towards this, because I know if it's good and it works in addiction, it can work for anything, any behavioral change. So it's motivational interviewing, and it's hard, and it's a line of questioning and a process, that we use in our coaching program that I really wanted to refine. And actually using my onboarding process, if you've gone through my program and gone through our sales process, that's how I do it. But anyway, so we have these role plays 4 or 5 times per week, and they're an hour long, and you hop on and the coach gives you feedback. And I've been in it for a month now, and I felt like I was doing good and making some headway, and then I got some feedback that I wasn't doing one thing right, so I switched that the next role play, and I hopped to that role play, and I wasn't doing this other thing right, and I hopped another role play. And I was just I can't get this right. And I was so frustrated because I was trying so hard and I couldn't figure out how to improve. And I just felt like I was spinning my wheels and not getting better at all. And obviously that wasn't true, because there's the metrics that were, the metrics in place to measure if I was getting better. I wasn't really looking at that. I was just basing it off feel. I was just I feel like I'm just stuck in the same place. And I DM'd my coach, and I was dude, I don't feel like I'm getting any better. I don't feel like this is the thing for me. This is really, really hard, and I'm struggling with it. And I'm super frustrated, super, super frustrated. And he's this is how everyone feels. That's literally all he said. And I was oh, okay. And, it's really interesting because it made me feel safe, because, and that's why our community is so powerful, because if you're in a group of a bunch of like-minded people, specifically like-minded moms, for example, our Metabolic Momma Secrets program, our Facebook group, the reason it's so strong is because you feel safe, knowing that other people are going through the same experience, or in that same realm. So when he said that to me, I was oh, other people are going through this. I feel safe. I feel I'm in the right spot, actually. And so that's number one. If you're feeling like you're gonna quit, and you're ready to throw in the towel, just notice that who you have around you for support. And if you're in a coaching program like ours, leverage your coach. That's what we're here for. But yeah, that was number one. And then the other thing that I noticed was, I think I had gotten to a place that I was so frustrated, and it was actually keeping me up at night. I was having I would wake up and being in the middle of these role plays and think about what question could I ask next, and it was keeping me up awake at certain times, and I just wasn't sleeping as well. And if you really become obsessed with the process, obviously not to the extent that I was, you never lose sleep over it I was just going nuts over it. But the more you can obsess over the process and really learn and think about it, the better you're gonna do. The more you're gonna figure out in your mind and kind of run through what you feel is the answer. I always tell people, don't, client, not people, tell our clients, well, I guess people too, because if you're doing any program, I say don't trust the process. You know, I had like this shitty sales coach like so long ago, and he was like, trust the process, dude. Like, da, da, da. I'm like, what? I don't trust your process. A, and B, it's like you don't want to ever trust the process. You want to hug the process. That's why the best clients on the program ask the most questions. So like me hopping on this role play, all these role plays and asking these questions, I was way more engaged and I'm way more inclined to do better. And hug the process, ask a bunch of questions, challenge your coach, challenge the people around you, so you can actually have more buy-in just mentally. Like if you are really, don't question in a way that's like you're trying to disprove it, but question in a way that you're really trying to understand deeply. And because once you understand it a lot better, you're going to be part of the process and make it a lot more intrinsic rather than just like relying on outside help. You know, at the end of the day, I was telling someone the other day, she just started a program. I said, ball's in your court. Like I'm not doing anything. I'm literally laying out the game plan. Like you are doing everything. So like, it's on you. It's your responsibility. But yeah, I want to share that with you because I know a lot of you moms out there, you know, even if you're doing a good coaching program should challenge you. It should be hard. You should feel at times like you're not getting it and that like, you know, all that. But that's really when you're going to have your biggest breakthrough, because I had a humongous breakthrough, like huge breakthrough on my ability, my skills that I like noticed right after that happened, like right after that really deep period of frustration where I wanted to give up, right after I had my biggest breakthrough. And it always happens. You always see clients and they're like, or just people in general, making these changes, right? And they're kind of like hitting their head against the wall and like almost ready to break through, and then they quit. When all they were like right here, like almost about to break through the surface to the top. So if you ever feel like you want to quit on your healthy routine or whatever it is, program you're doing, just know on the other side of that, if you can break through that, you're going to have your biggest aha moment breakthrough, and it's going to be all worth it. I can promise you that. But anything worth having is going to be challenging, and the more challenging it is, the more likely it is to stick. So anyways, love y'all. Hope this helped any moms struggling out there wanting to quit, because I am empathetic to your situation because I totally get it. Anyways, love you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.